It's your boy. What can I say? Day before the album drops, I'm super excited. I'm super nervous, more nervous than I am excited. But as y'all can see, as the album cover goes, I got myself a jersey to kind of, follow the theme. There's two characters. There's the boy, the child, the inner child, and hence the outfit. And then the suit is, the man, me in current or present, So, but that's not all we're chopping up. For now, I just wanted to talk about my recent challenge that I dropped. First and foremost, thank you so much for the love. Everybody who's just been sending some really dope messages and very encouraging and really supportive. For me, it was a big thing. It was a very big thing because dating back to when I started building my studio and going into the production side of things, a lot goes into play, man. Like as artists, I feel like we always have this, even though you've done something like 100 times, you still doubt that you're good enough, you know what I'm saying? And what happened was when I saw that competition pop up, I got that feeling again because I've never been a fan of like those type of things. Most of the time because like competitions are like rigged. I still have this feeling of like, yo, I'm not there yet. Like I have this habit of like being a perfectionist, and it's not really a flex necessarily because it's like a double-edged sword. In one end, you're trying to do the best you can and not like put out like mediocre stuff and really push yourself to make something that's worth the time. And at the same time, you get too much into that mindset, you end up not getting anything done because, spoiler alert, you're human. You're never gonna be perfect, You can only get to a certain point where you're like, okay, cool, I accept this and I'm able to make do with just what is, So the challenge for me was less about making the perfect song or giving the perfect mix or shooting the perfect video. It was more so about like me fighting my perfectionism, Like, let me just create something and really have fun and really enjoy, like get back to that process of like enjoying music and having fun. Whatever idea that I got at that time, whatever sounds good at that moment, that's it. I create that, I move on to the next thing. Once I move on to the next phase, I'm mixing now. I'm not going back to like re-record a certain vocal to make it sound perfect or better because it's not gonna sound the same as I already recorded it, if that makes sense. It never does, actually. So for the very first time, I got to experience the excitement with everybody else. Like I'm talking about my supporters, like people will really be like bumping my stuff and were really waiting for me to drop, you know what I'm saying? I know some of these people online, some of them I know in person, so people were calling me, texting me, hitting me up like, yo, how did the challenge go? Did you finish it? Is the video out yet, So being excited about a song because it's new to me, like, let me tell you, when I got to the location, because I drove like 30 minutes in the AM, like around 4 a.m., because I was trying to chase like the sunrise. And I drove like 25 minutes to like Camps Bay, like in the hills, so I can get like, a nice view and just like go crazy. As I was like, driving there, I didn't even think of like, I always do these reels, like especially if like I had Count Reels a few months ago and I was just like doing a series of like revisiting like all my old songs. I already knew those songs. Yo, I got in front of the camera and it was time for me to like start recording the video and I didn't know the lyrics. And that like blew my mind because I'm like, how the hell did I not think of that? Because, it's a new song. I just wrote it like the day before. I just recorded it. I'm playing it on repeats in the car, like, trying to sing along with it, but like the lyrics have not really absorbed it into like, my mental where I'm like, I can perform the whole song without like having to read out the lyrics. It was so tough. Like that was the toughest part about like shooting the video. And because I was literally up for 24 hours straight without any sleep, no naps, nothing. I was just straight work. At some point I'm gonna get tired, because obviously I wasn't also eating properly or having like, like a solid meal. I was trying to like get like something quick to grab and go back in the studio and work, and because like time was of the essence, It was like very refreshing for me to have a song drop and I'm still excited about it, It's so ironic how I released that like the day before, like a few days, 2 days before, you know, the album drops, you know? And this album, I've been so fixated on it. Like for some, like half of the songs, like I had to like re-record, if not most, more than half. I had to re-record, remix, upgrade my equipment, upgrade my studio, upgrade my software, like try to make it as close to what I think perfect is, while someone else might not even hear whatever changes I made, you know. But anyways, it was important to me. I feel like I'm sharpening my skills. I'm getting better at mixing. I'm getting better at mastering. I'm getting better at production and expressing myself through production and be more intentional with it. So I can't really knock that, but I got to that point where I'm like, I'm done with the record. I'm done with the album. It's already submitted. I'm waiting on the release date. What do I have to lose? Like I have all the equipment that I've like spent a lot of money on trying to like, you know, a state-of-the-art like home studio. So now let's create, like let's really be about that life of like, you're an artist, you're a musician, you create stuff, you know, you make videos, you make content. So let's do that. Like let's see how far it gets, you know, like what do you come up with? And I had the most fun, like dropping the song. I'm still excited about it. I'm playing it on repeat. I'm bumping in the car. I'm bumping it on my Bluetooth speaker. I'm bumping it on my headphones, on my monitors, on my studio headphones, like everywhere, you know? It's such a weird but good feeling of like, you know, I'm sharing a song in real time with people for them to realize like, yo, we really do this. You know, it's not like we're not trying to buy an image or buy a face out here. We like really be creating stuff and trying to put the human touch to it, you know? And speaking onto it, not like trying to drag onto the conversation, just like speaking onto like how everything is in it nowadays. But we got AI and people trying to pretend like AI can replace like the human feel of like songs, the emotion in it, you know, like the authenticity of the sounds, the chord progressions, like the stories that we tell in our songs. So I'm gonna get more into that like as, you know, the album drops and stuff, because I got like a whole series of like videos and everything that I prepare for that as the rollout goes. But it was so great to, you know, feel like in 24 hours I can do so much without like feeling that, you know, I'm being outpaced by technology and I feel like I'm not really good enough or I'm not there yet, you know? It really gave me that confidence to be like, yo, I can really start getting into it and be consistent, because if you don't know, this is my 4th record and I decided that this is my last one and I'm just gonna be like just dropping singles and not making bodies of work anymore because of that same reason of like trying to make everything perfect and fixating on, you know, getting it right all the time, that it was kind of stripping away, you know, the beauty of the process of just making music in real time, what you feel there and there. Make it go on to the next emotion, onto the next thought, onto the next idea, and be so fixated on making the song perfect, whatever that means. It's important as well, you know, because obviously on that record, there's like very deep cuts and it's very focused and well written, like everything to the T, you know. Like the vocals, I made sure that I did my best performance that I could, and you know, I really put my heart forward and my heart, you know, on my sleeve to make sure that I give you guys something that is really human, you know, not perfect, because I'm far from it. I'm just like every other person out there. But yeah, without making this video super long, I just wanted to say my thank yous, and I just wanted to express that, how proud I am of what I pulled off, and it has actually encouraged me to do more of these challenges in the near future. Obviously, right now my focus is getting the record out and making sure that everything is straight regarding that and everybody is aware of it. Yeah, as time goes, like I'm just gonna be focused more on just creating stuff on the spot and put it out, and not try to, you know, be this perfect artist, because yeah, it's sometimes draining, if not most of the time. At least to try to find a balance. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to be making 24-hour songs back to back. I'm gonna put a bit more focus and a bit more tweak to it, but it was just a fun experience for me to just put something out. I would encourage, and I hope people got inspired by this and they got something from it. Whether you make music or you got something else going on, some other art form or some other job or whatever you were doubting yourself on, just do stuff, man. Just do stuff. Like the world is such a crazy place right now. that like it makes you realize how short life is, and you just need to stop wasting most of your thinking and just do whatever you can. Fall, stumble, get up, learn, learn again, unlearn, add to your skills. You know, it's life, yo. Keep doing what you gotta do. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and it's all love for me, man. I'm excited for my record. And if you haven't seen the 24-hour video, it's out on my timeline. I'm sure I'll put it on all my platforms. The song is also out on streaming platforms for those who actually want to experience it in like its highest quality, because obviously these social media platforms be destroying our content, you know, like compressing the hell out of it. The videos are not even close to how they were in my PC, because I shoot in 4K. But we do what we got to do, you know. So you know how to find it. I don't think these days like sharing a link is even necessary. Whatever streaming platform you use, you prefer, just type Quinton, name of the song, which is The Grind, and yeah, have fun. And the album is going to be dropping tonight at midnight. Deuces.